You keep getting yours?
Yep, I have 11 cats at one time.
Damn. Like, no, move. She was live.
Live. All right, ready?
I'm ready.
Yo. It's your boy Sir DQ here with another episode, another interview with one of the talented South Florida artists. I'm sitting here with my guy, my homie, my friend, King Hoodie himself. No Hoodie here today, but Hoodie is here today, all right? Still and all. So, if you don't know about Hoodie, if you're not familiarized, this is your well introduction to getting to know my guy, man. So, of course, Hoodie, thank you for coming all the way from...
North Miami Beach.
You already know. So you're from North Miami Beach. We here. We just gonna get right into it, my man. North Miami Beach. It's not far away, but you know what I mean. It's a different world from Broward. I've sat down. I've talked with other artists about North Miami Beach. Tell me about your experience of growing up in North Miami Beach.
My experience growing up in North Miami Beach, man, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like NMB, said this before, is more diverse than a lot of other places in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like in certain areas in Miami, the way that the area is and has been is kind of the way that you are. But with NMB, I think it's real versatile. You know what I'm saying? You could be a skateboarder, you could be a painter, you could be whatever you really want. You could end up in the street life, or there's like a heavy Jewish community, so you can end up, like on a positive track. You can end up any which way you want.
I didn't know there was a big Jewish community in North Miami.
Oh, yeah,
I know the Haitians is out there. You Haitian?
Haitian, Puerto
So,
Rican.
born both parents?
No, Haitian, Puerto Rican. So my mother's Puerto Rican, my father's Haitian.
You butter.
Hey, gunshots.
You butter.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course, J-Rock, audio, my guy, is Puerto Rican full bred. Damn, you Boricua motherfucker, you. That makes sense. Okay, so all right. Damn.
I too.
The black Spanish families are so similar.
Yeah.
You know, growing up, that's lovely though. So you speak Spanish?
Yeah, man. I understand it. I understand it way better than I speak it. You know what I'm saying? But so it's cool sometimes when I can sit in the room, people don't know I speak Spanish. I'm understanding everything they talking about.
Anybody mom and dad was doing music? Their family is...
Hey, my family?
Yeah, like mom and dad. Let's start with mom and dad.
Nah. Nobody really. I mean, my mother was a model back in the day, and my father was a model. My mother was modeling in Boston, and my father was modeling in California.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then they met down here in Miami at a reggae festival back in the 80s.
Shout out to Jamaica.
You know what I'm saying? Hey. That's how it started, man.
So, what's the name? So how about, you know what I mean? Like you said, sorry. Somebody try to call me. It's Cardi, my guy. Shout out to small town Cardi. But I was like you said that you're Puerto Rican, you're Haitian, you didn't have anybody doing the music shit before. You know, your parents were doing modeling when you was born, and still like when you came around.
Nah, man. They was doing modeling way before. So I'm the third child of 4. I got 3 sisters.
Older.
That's just me.
I know you got 2 older, 1 younger.
Exactly.
Okay.
And my peoples was hustlers as long as I've been alive. They were doing modeling long before they ever met each other. Okay. You know what I'm saying? They met each other. And my old boy's 40 years older than me. My oldies, they had kids later on.
That's ironic, yeah.
Yeah, they had kids later on.
At 40.
Yeah, exactly. Same shit with me. So whatever age you are, your old boy's 40 years exactly older.
It's a whole different world. But you know, so what made you get into rapping? How'd you get there?
Music really came around to me. Like, there was always music in my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, my old boy, he had a big CD collection. My mother, to this day, you're not gonna see my mother do anything if they ain't music playing. They gotta be a radio on.
So even though they are artists.
Yeah.
They're artists themselves, but they were never musical artists. They were writers and that like that.
Nah, they was never. Oh, but you know what's funny? And this is kind of crazy because it kind of came full circle with me. My father, he actually came down to Miami. The reason he came down here was for a reggae festival, but it was only because he was managing a reggae artist at the time. You feel me? So he was a manager. I'm saying, like, he recorded an album with this dude, and then they came down to Miami. But he was never, since I've been alive, he was never involved in music. Nobody was.
Okay, so how'd you pick up the pen? What made you pick?
I was in trouble, man. I was in high school, and I was in trouble, man. I was like 17.
Okay, so this is like sophomore, junior year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This was like my junior year. This was pretty much my senior year for the most part. It was my senior year, actually, because I graduated at 17. You feel me?
Okay, senior year you started rapping.
Yeah. I got in some trouble in school, man, so I got expelled. You know what I'm saying? I got kicked out of NMB, and then I went to Crop. You know know what I'm saying? Then when I went to Crop.
Shout out to NMB, shout out to Crop.
You know what I'm saying?
I got some homies that went there.
Yeah, and I got kicked out of Crop. And when I got kicked out of Crop, it was a bad situation, like a legal situation. So I got expelled. I couldn't go to no school in Dade County, and I wasn't gonna come to school in Broward. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't live nowhere near Broward to do that.
Yeah.
So I was going to NMB night school, and then I was just in a bad headspace. And my sister, the same one who gave me the name Hoodie, she's like, she was real creative from when she was young. You know what I'm saying? So she just got in her heart to motivate me. She was like, yo, you should just write. You know.
What's your sister's name?
She go by Rocky Giovanni. Man.
Shout outs to Rocky. All right, sis.
Yeah.
We needed you to be able to instill such a belief in this man, because we are so glad to have this guy here making music today. Promise you. Shout out to sis, man. She gave you the name. So how did that come about? She just like, you should rap.
Gave me a notebook, dog. She and her friends, they was always real creative. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in high school, they was like some of the most creative people that you could find around.
And you touched on something about notebooks, and I want to talk to you about something and it's funny. Oh, man. Notebook. That reminds me of Heather B. And I know you got your little relationship with Sway and Heather B, because my homeboy, the audio man behind us, J-Rock, he went down to go see Sway and Heather B when they came down here. And we took the courage and be like, yo, bro, let's shout out Heather B. Go say what's up to her. You know, we took a shot with her. Shout out to Heather B, man. She's real dope. And what she told me about notebooks is that a lot of people don't realize the importance of composition notebooks. Is that, you know, you can't tear the pages out. So it's like timeless, never gonna go anywhere type of art. You know what I mean? A lot of people get used to writing on phones, gets to writing on the internet and typing things, and that easily gets lost in your iCloud. Your phone dies, your phone messes up, that's gone. But you have a stack of composition books. They don't go anywhere, and you can go back and find any notebook you have that's a composition book. It's still intact. You know what I mean? They're well-constructed items that are pieces of art. When you have it sit back, so like, you know, even you, man, don't run away from, you know what I mean, writing in them composition books. If you don't got one, get one. Make that your little Bible. Real. However, I'm pretty sure that's how it started. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's the real essence of it. You know what I mean?
You're right, though. I still write to this day, man. It's like a magic behind it. There's somebody who said that shit, too. Some dude named Kevin Trudeau. He teaches like these courses on how to be successful and shit. He said, man, all successful people write. You know what I'm saying? Like, people try to text and type and all this other shit, but all successful people, they write. There's a power behind writing, you know writing your shit down.
It's unique to you. Is that your craft. Yeah. So, of course, like I said, Heather B, I'm just so appreciative. She dropped many little gems on us about stuff like, so, Sway in the Morning, Heather B. Like, how did that experience feel for you? Was that your first time being around Sway?
It was fire, dog. It was fire. Like, oh man, shout out to you and me and us. We came with the fucking energy, you know what I'm saying, during that Sway in the Morning. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well early in the morning.
Well, we were super fucking early, man.
Sway in the Morning, 16 bars.
I say, don't take this lightly. Dissing niggas for Nikes. I'm dissing niggas who like me. I know they really don't like me. On the low key and high key. Beef with me is unlikely. For he who will try to fight me's like Evan versus Bruce Almighty. God, why do we do the same and wonder why this shit don't change? I wonder why my wonder as a child was met with Novocaine. Growing pains, I know the pain that shoulders pain is pretty painful. And it drains like every vein. No Superman, no Lois Lane. That's too strange. Or when you ain't got money, you look to the game. What money is the only thing that makes them wanna let you hang with no exchange. Need gold teeth and gold chains and both fangs. And if it ain't, you contemplate that suicide. Let you decide when you and I is do or die. But who gon' ride when you a liar? Let you lie right where you lie. Do it all to be Nike fly. In the end, it's all for hype. So you go back home and you sit and cry. But at least you know I tried.
King Hoodie.
Make some noise, make some noise.
We got a hyena right here in Miami.
Yeah.
All right. What you think, HB? What do you think?
I appreciate you.
All right.
You will never fail.
You will never fail.
You will never.
What if they didn't have bars?
We was down there, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. We came with that energy. You know what I'm saying? It was a good experience. I didn't know what it was, man. My homie, shout out to Bones Vision. He hit me. He was like, yo, man, Sway's coming to Miami. And his whole thing is he would hit me religiously, no matter if a nigga's coming down or not, and be like, yo, bro, we got to get you on Sway throughout the whole year. That's his thing. Like, as soon as I can get you on Sway in the mornings, whatever.
That's the goal.
Yeah, that's his goal for me. Like, yo, that's the way.
Yeah.
So when he found out, he hit me like a week in advance, like, yo, you got to be there. And then he hit me 3 days in advance, like, yo, you got to be there. And then he hit me the day before. And I was thinking to myself, like, man, I don't know if I really even want to go. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking, like, man, I got a lot of shit moving on for me right now. I don't know if I want to go. I'm going to be in a line with a whole bunch of, like, pretenders, niggas who don't really rap like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't want to do that shit. But in my mind, that was just ego. You know what I'm saying? Trying to psych me out from a good opportunity.
Half the time it is.
That happens a lot, bro. Like, your ego will psych you out from a lot of opportunities.
Ego be your biggest competition.
Yeah, you too good for that. You don't, you got to know your worth and don't even go. When you got other things lined up, you shouldn't go stand in line with these other people to try to rap. And it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
That was one of the greatest opportunities that ever happened in my life. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a dope time. You feel me? Shout out to my dog Cool Peoples. He was the first person in line. I got there at 6 in the morning thinking I was gonna be smarter than everybody. That shit started at 8. Thinking Cool Peoples was the first nigga there. He was the first one in line.
But you know Cool Peoples.
Of course.
So that's the benefit of it. Is he from North Miami too?
Nah, Cool Peoples from Poking Beans.
That's like what, like Liberty City?
Yeah, like the city, like the beans.
Like I said, I'm Broward. I be learning the city of Miami more and more, and there's a difference of it. So that's dope. You know what I mean? Like that's, even though he's not from your part of Miami, he's still from Miami. Y'all still artists that working out here, and it's unified. And I feel like that is a message that is tainted for South Florida. South Florida has this message where like South Florida artists don't even fuck with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if South Florida could be the next New York and the next Cali and the next Atlanta, if them niggas really wasn't on that beefing and war and shit like that.
I mean, that's not a lie.
And I feel like you touched on that on one of your first projects, The Bridge, when you had the Zo Boy combo. And you said a major gem. So gem alert, get ready guys, call your jeweler up because this is real gem right here. A candle loses nothing from lighting another candle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you keep your light, you help somebody else shine, you give them their light, you're still burning strong as ever. There's no harm done by shedding light with somebody else or on somebody else while you have the light. You know what I mean? And I feel like that was what, 2015 you dropped that project?
2015. Yeah, Under the Bridge.
That is crazy because I think you still have songs and stuff that you're still performing from that project.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's because your music is timeless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like that's the reason why you can still be able to go back to your older catalog, which a lot of artists need to realize. Like, don't just distance yourself from your older catalog. That is who you are. That is you as an artist. Still be proud of what you used to do because you never know. When it's really good, that great song is gonna bust 3-10 years from now, however, because it's still that great of a song. People are gonna gravitate to it, and I feel like sometimes it's not that you're not doing it right yet. You know, it's the audience is not there for you yet. You know what I mean? Like all the ears that are supposed to be here ain't there, but they coming. So stay consistent, stay true. You know what I mean? And keep your light burning. I feel like so that Under the Bridge was a solid project. It was their longest project, and it's phenomenal. Like, salute to you. So I really want to deep dive on that project because you really got very personal, very emotional with that project there. So we can go on with the skit. I got one. Like, you know, like that's how you opened it up.
Yeah.
You know, what was that about?
That one was dope, man. Because
that was everybody opened up under the bridge.
Yeah.
Like, what? You know, there was everybody giving their own dissent.
Yeah. First off, the intro was just a whole bunch of us in the studio, man. We was in Starboy studio. It was me,
Shout out to
Twin.
Starboy.
Shout out to Starboy.
I don't think anybody out here that's doing music South Florida has not brushed shoulders against Starboy, man.
Yeah, man. Everybody
pivotal place.
Fact, yeah, man. But we was in Starboy, man, and we had me, Dread, we had the twins, we had my nigga Gibby, his brothers, which is a whole bunch of us, a gang of us in the studio. I was like, yo, I want to start the project. Everybody just say Under the Bridge, you know. I just say it and then after that, say like what it means to you. You know what I'm saying? That was the intro, and then we go into I Got One. And I was listening to like Big Crit at the time, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of Big Crit, and he had some like real poetic verses and shit like that. So I wanted to throw some kind of like spoken word into my shit, and that's why in the beginning you would hear like me on this like kind of speaker box type of shit. Yeah. And I spit a verse, and then I threw this quote
That's
at the
what
end.
I want to get into that skit. Who was that? What was
to be
that?
honest, I don't even fucking know who that was. To be real.
But it was it
was impactful. I came across that shit, man. It was just on C-SPAN. Like, I was running through the networks, and I seen that shit. And it was just a dude talking. I don't know if it was during Black History Month or whatever. He said some real cool shit, and I was like, damn. So I rewinded the TV, and I put my phone to it, like, I gotta record that shit. And homie, all he did was say a verse from Marianne Williamson. The crazy thing about it is that Marianne Williamson is actually running for president right now. You know what I'm saying? That's some crazy ass shit. Yeah.
And that's crazy because taking your phone, putting it to a speaker was such a simpler times.
Yeah.
Making ringtones off your Metro PCS phone.
You talking real old.
Like
I'm talking like 2015.
This is 2015, but just showing you that simple method that was so, call it caveman.
Yeah.
It's so essential now to be able to be a part of your first project that you dropped in 2015. Like I remember them days trying to record Lovers and Friends. Your ass is over there like, oh, mom, don't talk. And your mom was like, what you want me? It's like, damn, fuck you. You know what I mean? The caller ID. You know what I mean? Somebody called you in the middle of the recording, messed it up. You ain't got that recording no more. And it's just like, it's so funny that we do away with those older ways, man. But stay to the roots, man. Stay writing. Stay, you know what I mean, recording your own shit and getting it polished and all that stuff. Like, and I know that's something I'm sure you've probably done, like, as in yourself. Like, you've forget it, fuck it, something. You said you was beating on a plastic wall, a wooden wall, and you recorded the shit in the Overtown parking lot in a Pontiac. Like, what?
Yeah, Jerry remember that shit.
Product of my environment, touched by the untouched, trying to find a way to make it better, but it's too much to dream of on a daily basis. How do you look your mama in the eye and say you can't face this? And to be real, we stuck in the stasis, same places, look around at the same faces. Good gracious, wondering how my people made it. It's amazing how the planet can turn the pages on the book of life.
Yeah, I was in my homie's studio, man. It was actually somewhere in Broward too.
Okay.
And it was like it wasn't really a studio, but he cut like a wall and shit together. So you know how in the studio,
he cut a wall.
Like it was, you know how like, for example, you could cut a hole in this wall and make it like a booth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the plastic. I was banging on the plastic. I was banging on the wood that was connected to it. And then he played the guitar, boom, 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 just a couple licks. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was hard.
Yeah, and I had that beat, and then I remember we was like, man, fuck it, let's have a listening party. And so we went to my homeboy Eddie's crib and we was like, yo, let's have a listening party. He had like a little gallery space. We was looking for like some shit we could do. Like, yo, we need a place for people to sit. So in the trash of his apartment building, we found like couches. He's like perfect black couches.
In the trash.
Yeah, by the trash
big
can, by the dumpster. It was like, damn. And his gallery was across the street. So he was living in Overtown at the time. So I'm like, damn, let's get those couches and let's put them shits in the gallery and let's have a listening party over there on Friday. But before we do that, I'm sitting in the car right now. I'm in the 05 Trailblazer.
Yeah.
And we right on 11th Street in Overtown where the train tracks are. And I'm sitting there like, okay, but let me record this song real quick because I had a verse to it. So I had my laptop and I had the mic. I just held it in my hand. And I was like, product of my environment.
Yeah.
Trying to find a way to make it better,
you
but
got
it's too much.
It felt so much more gritty after you revealed that truth about the project. And I was like, wait. Now that you said that at the end of the song, let me hear back the song. And it's just like, what? This nigga's crazy. Do you produce?
Now I do. Yeah, I just recently got started. A couple months ago, man.
Okay.
Like,
so you make your own production?
Yeah, I got a song.
Do you engineer it all?
Yeah, I've been engineering for about a year now. I mean, mainly just for my own shit, cause I was going to a studio and then I couldn't go to that studio no more. And I was like, man, you know, I don't like being at the mercy of other niggas. Let me figure this shit out. Then you got niggas like Russ and Kanye and Big Crit and J. Cole.
I know,
and all
if you
these
have,
niggas.
I just watched that Russ interview with Joe Budden. That was very,
all these
that's
niggas.
actually kind of like where I got that talk about the audience is not there yet. Like, you know what I mean? That man made a bunch of projects and he wasn't saying that it wasn't good music. He felt like if the audience wasn't there yet, he had that belief in himself. Like, I'm going to, you know what I mean? Songs that he made many years ago that he held on to, he released later. And I know you've done that, I'm sure. Like, I know any good artist that believes in their craft, they got some stuff that's in the tuck that they're gonna release when they feel it's right.
Oh yeah, of course.
You
This new project, man, like I got 40 songs.
What's the name of the new project?
Name of the project? The name of the new project is called The Kid Is Unfinished. And we're dropping that shit soon.
Eyes wide shut, stop wondering why us. Though the night might bust, we come with the right stuff. Little night lights up, the light inside us, the fight inside us. The volume is high up. Do you know how an imposter feels when everybody else around you looking so real? Don't lie like Trump, don't lose my trust. If you do, we gon' have to move through, pull up screaming. But the red lights turn the headlight, leave a dead mic over there with some dead mics. Door spread like suicides on the hillside. You decide, if you do or die. Should you and I star-crossed like a nice guy, leave a nice guy by the car, trying to hide sign, tell them bye-bye, and we off like the right guy, Buzz Light guy, and beyond, tell them that's life. Make them say
soon.
How many tracks? What we just an EP?
Nah, it's not an EP. The last two projects I dropped was EP, man. Like the Trip project was 8 songs and the Playgrounds was 5 songs. So this one we dropping 12 songs on it.
And so cause the Playgrounds is when I jumped in, but I want to go back to Under the Bridge. You said on my side of town they used to beat me black and blue, and your daddy was a pacifist. It was not a I thought this nigga said pastor. I was about to ask this man, your daddy was a pastor. It makes sense.
and tell you all the shit that I've been through. They used to beat me
black and blue back when I was in high school. And my daddy was a pacifist. Nothing much I could do except for run whenever they see me a clear straight at the school, man. I ain't no goon, so I had to.
That makes sense.
A lot of people thought it was
a golden
pastor.
child. He's a pastor's son that's been doing this shit forever.
A lot of people thought I said pastor. I didn't say pastor.
And we were speaking on that before the interview, how your father being a pacifist made it very hard for you growing up.
Yeah, man.
Speak on that.
Yeah, man. So my father, man, he was just against like fighting and shit like that. Or at least me, when it came down to it. You know what I'm saying? So he would just always tell me not to fight growing up, and I don't think he understood. Like, nigga, it's not really practical. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, like me, I know when I get older, I'm gonna teach my kids to defend themselves. That wasn't taught to me. So I had to figure that shit out. I had to learn how to defend myself, and like go against the grain. So my old boy was just like, man, don't fight no matter what, you know what I'm saying? So going into school and going into situations, I used to get fucked up, you know what I'm saying, when I was smaller. And it wasn't until I got older that I realized, yo, man, like, I wasn't supposed to be getting fucked up all the times. I'm listening to my old boy, he telling me I can't throw hands with these people, but he not telling me to defend myself. He not telling me to, like, look, if somebody's bothering you, do something to them, you know what I'm saying, to make them stop bothering you. I had to figure that shit out when I got older, man, and it's like a challenge, but it's like a part of me, like a part of my mind and my mental is still there. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, that's why, like, as an adult now, it's a lot of shit that I won't allow people to do to me, only because when I was younger, man, I feel like I got taken advantage of a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm way more like critical on motherfuckers when it comes to respect.
There's a good and a bad in that. You know what I mean? Because there's the bad of course, like I said, you say you're not defending yourself, but you can take, like, there's a good thing, you can take a beating, like and not just the physical term, but as in you can hold a lot of pain and still keep on going. You know what I mean? You can take a lot of hits and not be beaten down because you've been beaten down before and still gotten up. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing and a beauty in it as well, because you can physical injuries won't stop you. That's one thing you can say for sure. Like, you're gonna be very focused on that. And I feel like, nigga, you's a solid nigga now. I don't think anybody gonna be beating your ass up now.
Oh,
so
no,
like,
no, that shit stopped a long time ago.
You know what I mean?
You don't forget. You know what I'm saying?
For sure not. And I feel like you know what I mean? That's something I seen from you as well. You said mom and dad was models. I seen you model Cool J's, Miami.
Yeah, Cool J's.
I seen you, run clothing and I see you. Yeah. They trust your face.
Yeah, man.
So that's a good thing. You know what I mean? They didn't beat you up too bad, but I'm pretty sure that kind of built you up. I know you talked about, like I said in one of your songs, you was talking about it might have been the Dope Trip project, but it might have played where you was talking about like playing football. How you there was a lot of stress you was dealing with that. I think it was definitely on Under the Bridge. You talking about playing football and
so I'm playing football.
You was a block away.
Nobody came to the game.
And then you went home and it was even crazier because some bitch got beat up outside because she was trying to talk shit to your sister. Like, talk about that in the aspects of sports. Like, how long did you play football first off?
I played football for a season. I was only in it, I was only in it for a season.
And you, how old were you?
Like 13.
Okay, so talk about 13 years old. You're talking about that. What was the toll of anger having to deal with and frustration and physicalness of all that you learned from football?
I mean, that shit just really taught me, like, the main thing football taught me was like how to be a team player, I suppose, in the essence of like, it's not always about you, it's about what's better for the people around you. But what it really showed me on the inside was like, if the people around you are not into the shit that you're doing, then it's, what I'm saying, nobody's gonna be interested in it, you feel me? So that's really what it showed me. That's really what it taught me, you feel me?
Yeah.
Is that like, if you don't got a good support system at the crib or by the people around you, then whatever it is you're trying to do probably isn't gonna happen for you. You know what I'm saying?
But you have that. I see that you definitely have. You shout out to these people. H.O.P.E.
Yeah.
The system.
Yeah, H.O.P.E, ENT, the system life.
The system life. I see you got Hood. You got what's the name? Mello, Dina, Applejack. You know what I mean? All these people around you. Like, you got a team, you got and something I always see, you always putting out your visuals. You have a team, so speak about H.O.P.E. What is that? Is that considered a label?
It's a label, man. It's an indie label that we pushing from here in Miami. It's me and the homies. We came together. We started it. And the goal is just to make it as big as it possibly could be. But right now, we're just using it as like our own base and our own platform to distribute our own shit. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to going and trying to get down with somebody else's camp. You know what I'm saying? Whether they got bread or studio access or big distribution or whatever the case may be. We feel like the same amount of energy we could sit and invest in somebody else's shit if we get signed, we can invest in our shit now. You know what I mean? That's the goal right there, man, is to make it as big as possible.
And I know you invest in yourself, man. I've seen you in Cali. And let me see.
Everywhere, man. Cali, Texas, New York.
Yeah, that South Southwest. You was in
man.
LA, I see you was on Canal Street in New York. You did the most recent video, right?
Yeah.
The Know You.
Yeah.
Tell I had nobody think I was cool, but I needed some love. Cause I'm nobody I was. Felt like I wasn't enough. I felt like a duck. And for the respect that I won, I became someone nobody trusts. And bitches I lust. Couldn't have love for a nigga like me, cause I'm living too rough. It lay on my mind. And so I lay here with some music and think about you being mine. And wake up to find that you going out with a nigga that's older and got him a ride. Jumping aside. He taking you out the places and later he jumping inside. And fuck with my pride. Made me a cold nigga. Still I'm a cold nigga. Johnny on the boat with a broken Bobo nigga. To be down, that's no nigga. But I got a plan. I'ma make it out someday.
Yeah, so like, you know what I mean? I fuck with the catalog, man, and it's it's good to go back and see that somebody has a lot of work, because I was only familiar with Playgrounds, which is one of my favorite projects from you. Flawless, 5 tracks that was just flawless for me. I felt like I was even playing around and letting somebody hear your music, and I was like, he's nice, son. Like, what you want? You want the Drake freestyle? And he's probably done. You got the Duppy shit. You got the Sandra Rose, or you want to go do on some other shit, some Cole freestyle. He got a Cole beat that he did, and it's like that. Dun, 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 dun. I was like, oh, this nigga got the nerve. This nigga, the Cole, what's the Cole beat that you did on the Playgrounds?
The Neighbors.
I don't wanna see no playground. I was like, you don't.
You said this nigga.
So
got
you
the
don't want
nerve.
to see no playground. You don't want to see me cry.
Yeah.
Playgrounds make you cry?
Nah, that's when I go back to talking about when I was young and I got bullied. You know what I'm saying?
And I know you talked about so being bullied and damn, man.
Yeah, man. Nah, like it's one of them things that if you had been in a similar situation, you would understand. You feel me? Like, for example, a school might give you anxiety. You know what I'm saying? A school might make you feel like, dog, I hate this fucking place and I hate everybody in it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not an accident. I just hate everything about this place. You know what I'm saying? Because you got nothing but bad memories in it. Like, if you was a kid, you went to juvie and you got fucked up in juvie, you would hate going back to any kind of fucking stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck this place, fuck everybody in it. I don't want to be here.
You said the A word, and when you say the A word, anxiety, it coincides with the D word and the S word a lot. Like depression, suicide. And I heard you talk about those things on your project.
Yeah.
You know, give a little bit of light on that, because I feel like everybody wants. This is my opinion. All right, so let's just start there. This is my opinion. This is my look on it, and I feel like it's such a forefront conversation where everybody's talking about anxiety and depression and those things, and I feel like it's a lot. It's a comfort space now for people to be able to claim themselves towards it, even though they may not completely be going through it completely. It may just be a time of you need to control yourself or however, but you went through those things at a young age, and like you said, that's what I was talking about with the football. You said like these same anger impressions that you like, you know, going through these football trials and these school trials, and it made you feel suicidal at the time. Like, how did you overcome those things, those thoughts, and be able to come to be this model hip-hop artist traveling the world?
And time, bro. Like, time heals everything, dog. But you gotta invest it the right way, man. Like, you gotta look for positivity. It's real easy to drop and fall and fuck up and be in a bad spot, dog. It take a lot of effort to go into a good spot. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, if you fall right now, it'll be real easy to stay on the ground. It was easy to fall. It was easy to stay on the ground. But to get out, get up, get back up, it takes like a lot of strength, man. So it's like you gotta try harder to end up in a good spot. And I learned that over time. Like, bro, nobody's gonna give you good shit. You gotta go and find the good shit, but bad shit will come and find you, no matter where you are. So it's like, man, you can't focus on it, man. Bad shit happen every day to everybody. So you can't sit and think about it, you know? Like, I don't talk about a lot of like depressing shit anymore, because I know all it's gonna do is make me sad, you know what I'm saying? Or bring depression.
I'm sorry, I ain't mean to do
Nah, not like that. You know what I'm saying? Not like that shit like that. But
shit, my bad.
nah, not like that. But like, certain things, like you don't talk about things that upset you, or you don't just dwell on those things. You understand them, like, yeah, that was a bad moment in time, dog, but I'm not gonna dwell on it because
Time is of the essence. You gotta keep it moving.
Yeah, all it's gonna do is put you in a bad headspace, dog. And it don't take nothing. You gotta try to be happy. You gotta try to be in a good headspace, but you don't gotta try to end up in a bad spot. You feel me? So that's how you can't sit there and deal with them, dog. But I mean, anybody who's ever dealt with them shits, like whether it be like depression or whether it be like suicidal thoughts and shit, like, and I had never told nobody that ever in my life before I put on the song. And that's why even after I recorded that song, like there was like 20 people in the studio and nobody said a word for a long time. After I recorded the song, I just left it there. Even listening to the song, like I teared up a couple times writing those lyrics because it was the realest shit I ever wrote in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like everything in the song is 100. And I was like, okay, well, cool. I even said in the song, like, man, if they say the truth gonna set you free, I guess we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe this shit is gonna do something positive for me. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see, right?
But
that's so yeah, shits, man. Pain and pleasure, Under the Bridge. You said Jay-Z taught you how to spit game?
Did I say that shit?
Yes, you did.
Oh nah, I said I can't remember the line exactly.
You said?
Nah, I said Jay-Z. I said Jay-Z taught me. Keep them niggas, carry a big clip that'll keep niggas off me. You feel me? He said this shit.
And I know you was talking about like how, Pain and Pleasure is about dealing with a female.
Yeah.
You speak a lot about females in your music and dealing with them in circumstances. And so you have a great love for females.
Yeah, man.
Me too.
I'm from a household.
I guess that's what we got in common.
Yeah.
Shout out to the women and the females in the world.
Hey, shout out.
Hey,
shout out.
I'm taken, damn near married and I have a child, but
hey,
we still appreciate you women. I digress. And speaking of women, Mother of Mine.
Yeah.
That a real skit?
Oh hell yeah.
Your mom did that.
Yeah. Nah, she didn't do it on purpose. I recorded her while she was talking to me.
I hear this, I hear that, all these things, and I feel me. I'm scared for my kids. Roaches all over top of us. We sleep in the floor. With my 4 kids, I sleep in the floor. And, I barely have, to give them. I need a place to live. I don't care where it is.
You eavesdropped on your mom.
I do that shit. If we end up having a good conversation in here, I'll fuck around and push the button.
So Mother of Mine, speak of that. Mother of Mine was a skit that was your mom speaking about your...
My mother needed me to drive her to an appointment that she had at a Section 8 office down in Miami Beach. And we went to the appointment, we signed the papers. That was in 2015.
Okay.
We signed the papers and everything that they needed to sign. And then while we driving back up, we passing like Fisher Island and Star Island and shit like that. And I just asked her, like, yo, how do we end up in a lot of the situations that we ended up in? Like, I never asked you this before. She started talking, and it's a good amount of what she said that I didn't record. But after a while, I was like, this is a real ass conversation.
I gotta get her now.
Yeah, man, let me just record this shit because this might come in handy at some point. And it did. When we was putting together the project, we was thinking like, man, what can I put on this shit? And I just thought like, yeah, it's a dope skit. And you know what's funny? I was listening to that recording, and then one of my homeboys in another room, he was a producer in my house. Shout out my nigga Sky. He was in another room and he had played the song that I'm getting higher and closer to my dreams. He just played that shit and I was listening to them at the same time. Like, damn, that's crazy. I had to search that song up and I put it behind my mother's skit. I just put up the project.
Damn, so it was but talk about what your mom was talking about in the skit though.
Yeah, she was just talking about everything, you know what I'm saying? Cause I asked
people know.
Cause we was living in we lived rough, you know what I'm saying? So at one point we was living inside a building that was like, it was an abandoned building, straight up. Like imagine this whole building in here just, but nobody's in here. It's probably condemned, there's rats and roaches. It's bad. It's 6 of us. Like for example, this is 2 rooms right here. We was living in something just like this. You know what I'm saying? There was an office space and there was no power in this room and there was power in this room. And the bathroom was crazy. The toilet wasn't even connected to the ground. There was a hot plate that we would, and there was like power cords running through so that this room could have power too. You know what I'm saying? So that's where a lot of the shit from Playgrounds came. But I asked her like, how do we end up over there? You know what I'm saying? Because, that was, thinking about it, that was a real abandoned building. When you was a kid, you just think like, okay, yeah, I kind of feel like we're living in a cave, but who cares? You know what I'm saying? We still together and my peoples know what they doing. I'm just going to follow them. We was really living fucking crazy, And I asked her, how did we end up there? And she just started giving me the rundown like, man, well, this is the situation and your father, he had a plan and The plan fell through and we ended up in this situation, and I had to go to this office and tell them I was mentally disabled, and then I had to go over here and convince these people, and I cried for this doctor lady, and she sent some people to the building, and they saw the building, and
they really looked at how you was living.
They pushed her Section 8 application through so that she could actually have a place to live, you know what I'm saying, with 4 kids.
And you say some shit, real shit, like Section 8 is good if you get approved.
Exactly, dog. Exactly, yeah.
And it takes a lot
to
get approved.
No, niggas want to talk bad about you if you got Section 8 of food stamps, dog, but you got to qualify. You know what I'm saying?
You got to be in a real
some motherfuckers who
situation.
Yeah.
And it has to be to government standards. And it sucks because we all know, when I say we as a black community, we all know that, and if you don't know, listen to this now. The system was not made for us. It was made against us. You can try to somehow control us. And I feel like it sucks that we have to depend on a system that's not even really for us to try to help us out. You know what I mean? And it's a way that we've all somehow muscled up. But I feel like even like, for example, with 4th of July just yesterday, like I can't even tell you how many people I talked to that was black. I was like, I ain't celebrating this shit. Like, people feel like they're too woke and they're too awake now to be still foolish to be like, I'm about to be spending mad money on this and that, one of these government holidays where they can take my money back and use it however they want through their taxes and give it towards here, when we still got problems and situations however across America for black communities.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So they're like, I'm not foolish no more. I wasn't independent. So why am I celebrating Independence Day? You know what I mean? How lightly it was taken for Jubilee. You know what I mean? It was taken all that serious. They didn't even make the little Google, comment, but somebody made a Google image for it anyways, and Google just hired that person. You know what I mean? It still shows like we gotta show how much of the shit that y'all not doing for y'all to reach out to us. You know what I mean? And it sucks that way, but we stick through. As a community, we push each other with positive things, and you know what I mean? Like I said, this brand I got on right here is a Broward brand. This is my cousin brand, Stone Stoner. This is the hat he made custom. I got pins that I fuck with local brands, like supporting black businesses, supporting your homies, investing in y'all. You know what I mean? I see that you do a lot of videos with Applejacks. You know what I mean? That's your homeboy, it's your friend. If he makes it, I'm right there with him. You making sure he's on. You know what I mean? You taking him part of that journey, and that's a beautiful, beautiful thing, bro. And I know that you're aware of that. So just keeping that going.
I build with the people who build with you, man.
I can go on for sure with that. The Trip Project. Mailman.
Yeah.
You a mailman?
Nah.
You was? Never.
I was listening to that beat, and I was passing by a school. Now, I don't know, like, a lot of times, like, I write my best shit in the car.
Okay.
So I'm listening to the beat in the car, and I remember riding by, and I actually saw a mailman. And he jumped out, and he ran to somebody's house, and he delivered his mail, and then he jumped back in and skidded off. But I passed by him, and I'm like, damn. I ain't never seen. I'm thinking to myself, like, they say mailmen make good money and shit, but I ain't never seen a mailman
hop up out of Porsche.
You feel me? And it's true.
Because I seen you, nigga, in a video before with a mailman outfit on.
No.
It was a freestyle.
Nah, you seen the mailman outfit probably in the back.
No, you had it on USPS. It was like a cutoff.
Oh, bringing you balance. Hoodie, I'm bringing you balance. I came up here for the challenge, so bring me the challenge. And bring me who think he can handle the type of shit that we like candles with. I am an animal. I eat these rappers like cannibals. Then give the rest back to Hannibal. I am a man. Wish I would've planned this out. But status is stratosphere. I jump on tracks like the savages. I do what I am imagining. I paint whatever is happening. Pressure and panic. Any little thing is satanic. Cherry Red Cooper's the catalyst. Call it dialysis. Covered in blood like the Catholic. I drew the roof of the Vatican. That was just practice. Due to the news I was capturing. God level talent. I'm talented. I bring the rap to the campuses. Captured on cameras and canvases.
It's like a cutoff.
Oh, you know you did.
Yeah, don't tell me I'm crazy, nigga. Yeah, nigga.
Right.
How did you get a USPS government issued item?
Right. So my dog is a mailman. My dog is a mailman, and when we came up, like, we was gonna actually shoot the video. We never shot the video for Mailman. But to be honest, I never give up on an idea. If I don't do it today, I'll probably end up doing it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So I still didn't give up on the idea. But we never shot a video. But I went and I hit my dog up like, yo, can I borrow your mail outfit? Mailman video. You know, I'm gonna play Mailman. He gave me the outfit, and like we prolonged the video so much to the point we didn't do it, but I kept out.
And then he cut the sleeves and made his own.
That shit came like that. It was hard.
I was like, how this nigga got a fucking... I'm like, it makes sense. Mailman might be him. He might be the mailman.
You feel me? That would be good if I wasn't mailman.
Damn, this is so lovely because a lot of these questions that I'm asking, I thought this was going to be that way. Like pastor and pacifist. You being a mailman, you're giving me such complete different opposite expected answers. And I love that because it gives it so much more of a less structured interview. And I love my interviews like to kind of have a little bit of a structure, but I like it to be a little free range that we can, you know what I mean, go out there with it. And so I know you, so you Haitian, you Puerto Rican, growing up in Miami with all these cultures and stuff like that. You know, you shouted out big love for Miami on what it could be.
Yeah.
And you did the freestyle at the Revolt.
Yeah, hell yeah. I do that freestyle as much as I can.
Yeah,
man.
bro. Like, so
yeah.
speaking about the culture of Miami, speak on that and how gentrification is playing a part in Miami as well for you.
Gentrification, I feel like overall it's an issue, but I think it's only an issue when the people who live in those areas don't become a part of the change that's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? For example, land developers can come and try to gentrify your area, man, but there are certain laws in place that allow you to get on the winning side of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you want this little brick of land I got? Cool. You have to pay me X amount of money, or you're gonna have to allow me to be a part of whatever it is that you're about to build there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you might not line up.
Go ahead, man. But it's a lot of shit that you can benefit from. So I feel like gentrification only harms the people who are uninformed. That's how to take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? The niggas ain't just gonna come and take some shit from people who know what they can do. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like it's a lot of, you know what I mean, like, not to say, but a lot of the islander communities is what we have out there in Miami, which a lot of people are coming without that type of knowledge a lot. And I feel like us as artists, creators, you know, we're doing so much with each other. I feel like, are we really doing a lot if the community don't know? You know what I mean? Are we really out here making music and you say we're from Broward and Broward really don't even know us? You know what I mean? So I feel like that we gotta play our parts of doing stuff with the community, the youth days, and how everything like that. Like, I was like, fuck that. We don't gotta wait till my nigga Hoodies no longer around us or anything like that for a Hoodie Day to come around. You know what I mean? Like, Hoodie Day could just be some shit that'd be happen on your birthday and you just really do some shit at the park for the people.
Yeah.
And before you know it, by the time you've been able to have money and fund it, Hoodie Day just gets bigger and bigger. And it's like, yo, it's Hoodie Day in the Hood. It's regular. Like, everybody knows it's Hoodie Day. Like, and I thought, like, that was amazing for you to even talk about that. Like, you know what I mean? Have Hoodie Day in the Hood. That's beautiful. That's what we need. You know what I mean? What the kids playing, they're important to youth. When you're young.
Yeah.
Track on playgrounds.
Yeah.
What would you tell your younger self?
I would tell my younger self, man, not to let shit get to you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let shit get to you, man, because a lot of times it's not even what you think. You know what I'm saying?
You let a lot of shit get to you as you.
Yeah, man, I let a lot of shit like get to me. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, and it's like, man, looking back on it, I could have avoided a lot of problems and shit like that if I would have just not let shit get to me. You know what I'm saying? So that would probably come up my main thing, man. Just keep believing in yourself, even beyond reasonable doubt. You know what I'm saying? Beyond, like, you know, I told my homies, man, the future belongs to those who can see in the dark. You know what I'm saying? And it's because the nigga right next to you might not be able to see what you see, man, but if you could see it, then it could really become something.
Yeah.
You know? Believe in yourself.
That's real. Also staying with playgrounds, hip-hop shit. So,
hip-hop shit.
Hip-hop shit, arm, leg, arm, head.
That means we fucking till the moonlight comes. I be Jimi Hendrix with a slice on my tongue. You could be Lewinsky with that presidential come. Come inside and don't be scared because there ain't no place to run. We gon' ride into the sun and we gon' summon up some Beetlejuice. Girl, I know you fine, but you ain't done enough to be with you. And I think it's time that we do something like the Beatles do. Fisher's about to sleep with you. You're dead. Got pressure, nigga? More dead. Arm, leg, arm, head. This is
God body.
Knowledge, wisdom, peace, and understanding. We just want high quality rap. Look at the sky, bring you back to the time before this rap trap shit was running the map.
Like,
guys want to be back.
Don't do it to him. We gonna do it to him, sir. You a God body? You 5%er?
Nah, hell no.
Hell no. Why I gotta be a hell no?
Because I'm not. I won't even sit here and act like I even know that much about it.
Well, you know, if you need any type of, information on that, shout out to my guy, Ollie. I had an interview with him, and he gave us a whole rundown about God bodies and 5%ers, so that was really dope. And you got tracks with Ollie.
Yeah, I do, man.
I had to find that out the hard way. But I was going through your project, and I was like, bonus track, and this nigga, and that was...
Yeah.
Wow. And then you
That's
said you got another, what's good with you working with like a lot of Broward artists? Is that something that you do a lot?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got some tracks with Ollie. I'm about to get on some tracks with Smoot, man. Smoot the Madman. I fuck with his shit heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, to be honest, I don't know too many Broward artists, you know what I'm saying? I'm really dedicated, man, to make
Glad we got this relationship. I'm definitely going to introduce you, man. I know some artists that want to get a feature. I'm not going to front on you. When I told a bunch of people that I was going to do an interview with Hoodie, they was like, yo, I'm trying to get a feature with him. I'm trying to link it. I'm trying to get a beat to him. However, so that is good. You talked about how growing up on playgrounds, you talked about how everybody had J's. Look at you now with J's. Look at you now. And you had champions.
Yeah. I had champions. I remember. That was a real thing too, man. That was a real day. I remember that shit. I was in middle school. I remember some people was clowning me because I had champions on. And motherfuckers wearing champions today. Like, it's the latest shit in the world.
That's the thing I was talking about. Like, look at that. Like, I was in this exact studio with two talented motherfuckers, cool, dope, swaggy motherfuckers, both had champion slides on. And it's like, it's just like, it's not even that anymore. You know what I mean? It's just, it's different. It's completely different. It's like, you know, we're bringing it back, a lot of that old style, old brands, and bringing it back. I see niggas bringing back Jabos.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's all kind of shit you can bring back now, man. Now it's about, like, how vintage are you? You know what I'm saying? What kind of style can you bring back to life and make that shit look dope?
You tell a lot of stories in your songs. A lot of them your story?
Majority of them, yeah.
Is what's the name specific? Cursed?
Cursed? Yeah,
that's your story?
Yeah.
Another track I wanted to talk to you about. I can't believe I can't find it on here in my list of questions. But either way, Dreamville just dropped a project, however. It's such a small world, ironic. You've opened up for Boss. Talk about that. How was that?
That was a dope ass experience, man.
Give me all that I want when I walk through. Give me all that I need when I see you. Looking through my window, I got nothing left behind me, so you know I'm getting into anything like Giuliani did to keep it stupid simple when I only spit the obvious and don't mention the issue. Now that's fabulous. I'm eating 500 for the show that I play and working. I'ma do it.
Experience, man. Shout out to Swerve. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homie Melody. You know what I'm saying? My dog Jovan from Swerve. They hit me up, man. They was like, yo, man, do you want to open for Boss? I was like, yeah, hell yeah. You feel me? I'm down for that shit. So I was really excited to do it. Feel me? Cool thing was I was actually at that show, man, 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
That was not long ago?
No. So that show, that was in November.
Yeah.
But
2 years ago.
Before that. For example, Boz did that same show 2 years before. You know what I'm saying? And my homegirl, I never heard of Boz.
As a fan.
So my homegirl, I waited in line. I remember looking at the tour bus. I was just in there as a regular, like, customer. I was in the back by the bar. I saw the show. It was dope. Earth Gang, Ron Gilmore. You know what I'm saying? I saw Kaz. And that shit was dope. I didn't even stay for Boz. He was way at the end and we had to dip. But the cool thing was that, like, 2 years later, I'm on the stage.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah,
and
man.
I was there, and I had to yell out.
I remember that shit.
Like, I know y'all here for Boz, and I was like, fuck that nigga, we here for you.
Yeah,
I was like already going to the concert. I was already bought my ticket. It's a sad thing. You know, because I had my Boss ticket in my Safari ready to buy, and I had the Mac Miller ready to buy. And, you know, R.I.P. Mac, you know, that was sad. R.I.P. Nip. You know what I mean? These are people that have played pivotal parts in your career. So you listen to Nip.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
You know
His last album was crazy. I mean, Mac Miller too, man. His early shit was crazy.
Yeah. So speaking of like a lot of the artists, who are some artists that you are some of your bigger influences too?
I mean, today or just an all time?
Period.
And Tupac, Jay-Z, Eminem, Andre 3000. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar, Lil Wayne. A lot of artists, man, for sure. Producers?
Who's some of your favorite producers?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't feel like I could even have a favorite producer because it's not like there's any one producer that has one style of producer. I feel like if one producer nigga sits in here, he could play 10 beats and all of them shit's gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? Then another nigga come in here, he play 10 beats, all them shits is different. So I can't really say like this nigga's better than that nigga. Like they both diverse. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely like Dr. Dre though, for sure. I like that nigga because that's a mega producer. That's somebody who will take you and craft your sound and elevate that shit.
You said in the song your goal is to make people hear you sitting in the car like, damn, this is fire. That's still your goal?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Of course, man. That's always the goal, man. Have people just jam your shit, listen to your music, you know what I'm saying, and be like, man, I can't believe how this sounds, bro. You know, this shit sounds amazing. Just to be the top, you know what I'm saying.
What does music do for you? Like, is it the form of therapy, I'm assuming?
Man, that shit opens up like a whole new dimension, you know what I'm saying? Whatever life is doing to you at that moment, music is a whole new world. If you jump in the car right now and play the music, you in another world right there. You feel me? Whether you playing Aretha Franklin, Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying, Jay-Z, Sam Smith, whatever the fuck you playing, it's a whole new world, you know what I'm saying? You disconnected from everything. You disconnected from the outside world and you disconnected from yourself, essentially. Unless you're listening to some shit that makes you feel introspectively like, okay, I'm listening to some shit because I want to feel some shit deeper inside myself. Or I'm listening to some shit that I want to forget some shit about me, you know? So,
okay. Also, like your music is, what's your favorite of your music?
It's crazy. That's like saying which one of your kids is your favorite.
What's your favorite project? Jeez, I'm crying.
Shit. Jeez, I'm crying.
Jeez, I don't say the last name.
Nah, my favorite project so far, to be completely honest, I mean, I like all my projects. I thought Playgrounds was the coolest one because we did Playgrounds in 3 days.
That's my personal favorite.
Yeah, we did Playgrounds in 3 days. We did that shit real quick. You feel me? There was 2 studio sessions. One studio session we did 3, and then we came back the next studio session we did the other 2, and we just put that shit together, put it out. It was real fast and cool. But my favorite project got to be with the new one that we coming out with, man, because the music at this point is like y'all really gonna be able to hear the big difference in all the old music. It sounds like it's kind of the same thing, but this new shit is like on another level. Yeah, it took us like a year and some change to craft this sound and go through a lot of different sounds and a lot of different verses, and we got like a lot of good amount of features on there, man. So this is definitely my favorite.
You do a lot of visuals, you do a lot of videos for you, like I said, with your music. What makes you determine what songs it's gonna have a visual?
Just the way we feel, you know what I'm saying? We're not really doing the industry shit right now, which is probably what we're gonna end up doing eventually, like judging, okay, well, let's be strategic, let's choose the songs that are hitting the best.
Cause you know the industry's watching you, right?
Now I do, you feel me? I'm happy about that.
I mean, you know, you dropped the Anatomy video.
Yeah.
And you know, there was a very similar industry, 2 great artists. Ironic, we talk about Dreamville.
Yeah. That was a thing. That was a thing too.
That
man.
was
like,
very similar video there.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I showed that
lighting.
to somebody to the video and they said, I'm like, yo, this is just literally the same video with a bigger budget.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? More cameras, more money for the shots, however.
You know what's weird about that, man? Like at that time, some niggas hit me up and they're like, yo, why does, you know, this Royce the 5'9" J. Cole video looks so much like Hoodie's Anatomy video? And I played with it. I was like, I screenshot it, like, what y'all think? Just to feed people and make them think some shit. But at the same time, coincidentally, New Era had stole one of my homies' ideas. So I don't know if y'all know Dungeon Forward. Dungeon Forward, they got a sick ass hat brand, man. That's like only hat company I fuck with, man. Dungeon Forward down here in Miami. And they had this campaign where it's like, and the whole thing is crowns for the people, crowns for the people. You know what I'm saying? And then New Era just completely copied their promo idea. You know what I'm saying? So they got like a big lawsuit going on. But it was funny because me and him had a big conversation like, damn, I guess maybe people really are watching the snatching ideas. You know what I'm saying? Because the easiest people to steal from people who are unknown, you know what I'm saying, and who don't got no following, and they're not going to take you to court for this shit. They don't know what their equity is or what their value is as artists. So these major artists steal from unknown niggas every day. You know what I'm saying? Big nigga might go to Japan and be like, damn, this is a 17-year-old kid in Japan that did some sick shit. Let's just do that shit right now. He might be the biggest artist in the world, so who the world gonna believe? You know what I'm saying? Did Justin Bieber steal from this 15-year-old nobody, or, you know what I'm saying, did nobody just...
I had to say how RP XXX, that was a lot of the claim for him too with Drake. That's like Drake stole his flow and then he trolled that because that's a big thing now with the game. Like, and that's another thing that's really big with the music game right now and the music state of the game where it's at right now. Trolling and being social savvy and however, and that's something that you're not. I'm not saying that you're not social savvy, but you're not a person that's all on the internet trolling.
Nah, that shit is dumb to me. Only because, like, I don't respect nobody who could say some shit online that they won't say to your face. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's like, man, anybody can hide behind a screen name. You a bitch. You know? Period. So,
You're not being specific. You ain't got nobody...
Oh no, not nobody. I mean, a majority of these young kids out here who are saying all kind of raspy shit that they would never say to you in person.
If you out here being internet thugs, he's talking about you.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like that shit whatsoever. Because it gives people power. It gives them like, oh, I can say fuck you from my bedroom and then log off and my life is still good. Like, no, that was really a time when you say fuck you to anybody, you probably gonna get fucked up right now. You know what I'm saying? So, the fact that you feel so
that's
brave.
the world you come from.
I mean, yeah, nigga.
And I see you talk about a lot in your music where like, you know, niggas have to pay for the repercussions of their actions.
And that shit happens.
Yeah, and I feel like you talk about even not saying that you play a part of that role, but to speak on of the repercussions of actions, how people feel about they should take it there with gun violence. You speak a lot about that in your music.
Yeah, I do. That's crazy.
I'm assuming that's something that you witnessed firsthand.
I mean, dog, to be honest with you, we know a lot of people that have died. You know what I'm saying? Coming from NMB, it's a lot of people that's like my generation that are dead right now. And it's funny because I don't know if they ever did that in y'all, but in our school, there was a nigga who actually came to the school that was like, I remember being in the auditorium. It was like, hey, everybody, okay, cool. 9th graders, 10th graders. Look to the person to your left, look to the person to your right. In 10 years, half of them not gonna be here no more. And at the time, I was like, damn, that's some fucked up shit to say to some kids, nigga, what's wrong with you? But he was absolutely right. As soon as high school ended, you start seeing people dying. This person died of an accident. This person died of a heart attack. This person got shot. This person hung themselves. This person killed themselves and their baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Dredd knows each and every person I'm talking about. You feel me? That shit is fucking crazy. So, but gun violence is a real thing, man. Like, a nigga will shoot you for anything nowadays. And it's the craziest thing in the world because it makes you feel like, damn, okay, well, maybe I gotta carry a gun with me 24/7, or maybe I gotta shoot a nigga first. It's like, nah, it shouldn't be that way, man. Some people are not living, some people are not waking up thinking about, oh, yo, it's a reality that I might get shot today. You know what I'm saying? So we all shouldn't be dealing with that shit, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but it's definitely a reality and it's some shit that people gotta be aware of, you know what I'm saying? Like, there is a version of the world that if you say the wrong thing to somebody, you'll get bust right now and the nigga will go home, hug his kids and go to sleep, you know what I mean? But I don't know, man. That's just the reality of the situation right now and it's something that ideally we would like to change. I actually had a conversation with Quincy Jones' son about that shit. Somehow he found me on Instagram, QD3. And I was like, damn, nigga, this shit look crazy. Like, QD3 started following me. So I sent him a text like, yo, bro, I don't know if this is the real QD3, dog, but if it is, I'm a fan. Dude hit me back like, yeah, what's up? Thank you. I'm like, yo, but this was right when Nipsey died. And I seen everything, even before Nipsey passed, everything on his page was about him and Nipsey, supporting Nipsey. And then Nipsey died. So I sent him a message like, damn, maybe I'm supposed to just be talking to this nigga. So I sent him a message like, yo, bro, how you doing right now, man? Because I know you and Nipsey was close. He was like, yeah, man, I'm just motivated to change the cycle. You know, this shit it's not supposed to be happening like this. I was like, yeah, man, hey, anything I could do to help me, just let me know. I was like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? But it's sad, man, when you like close to 50 years old, thinking about all the niggas that he probably done seen that just
passed away.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was close to Tupac. You know what I mean? Passed away. You know what I mean?
So much more going away.
Of course, man. And it's all like, can you imagine, dog, like, you could be the dopest person in the world, man, and a coward, you feel me? Somebody who is just really scared of them fucking self, scared of their own shadow, scared of anything.
Don't have that much power, have the power to take away
your life. You feel me? And that's crazy, you know, and it shouldn't be like that, but that is the world that we live in right now, you feel me? Yeah. And that's the weirdest shit in the world, so you just gotta watch your back, you feel me? That's
a lot of your feeling on the music state. That's the world state. That's how you feel about the world right now. That's the state that the world is at right now.
Yeah, I feel like it's crazy, man. Like I don't know. I feel like it's a lot to it. It's deeper than rap for sure. I feel like it's a lot to it, man, because you got a lot of shootings that might happen, and a lot of that shit might be orchestrated by people who really want to change and have gun reform so that they could take guns away from regular people, so that when riots and shit happen, police are the only ones who got it, and this shit will turn into a massacre. And that's not what America was built on. You know what I mean? I understand keeping your gun, but I also understand, like, yo, well, all these motherfuckers don't need guns. Some people with them are stupid. You feel me? Them niggas will make some stupid ass mistakes. You know, so I don't know, man. But
so, talk about just as well on the music state.
I don't feel like niggas should be trying to shoot each other at any point. You know what I'm saying? I understand what happens in music. In music, it's a lot of egos and it's a lot of violence. And every nigga want to be the hardest nigga in the world. Every nigga want to feel like Gucci Man. You know what I'm saying? A nigga who got ultimate street credibility. Like, yeah, nigga, I done shot this nigga. This nigga ended up, you know, that situation with one of the niggas Jeezy sent to him. Apparently, this nigga ended up dead in a playground or some shit. And then Gucci ended up in jail mad years and shit like that. But now he out living happy and, you feel me?
His lessons.
And that's good. That's his individual life. That nigga has lived a crazy life. You feel me? But you got a lot of people that glorify that situation and feel like, damn, in order for me to get on and get to that level of respect and love and appreciation in these streets, I gotta go into the streets, I gotta sell dope, I gotta shoot niggas, I gotta be this nigga. You feel me? But in all actuality, dog, you don't gotta be that nigga. You feel me? There's a lot of niggas out here that's getting a lot of crazy respect.
So much ways to be successful, so much ways to be able to be heard and have your story be heard. The majority of the ways is being yourself.
Yeah.
It's just being true. And that's the way it makes you so cool, because everybody like, how'd you do that from doing that? You know what I mean? How'd you get here from just doing that? Like, this is real shit from being you. And I feel like that's a true message that we can always, I always tell people, Be you, stay true, stay safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a fact, man.
You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy in the music right now, man. And you got music coming up next. Like I said, you got the Kid Unfinished.
Mhm.
That's supposed to drop when? When can we expect that?
We don't got a release date for it, man, but we in the mixing stage now, so it's a good thing. We got a good amount of the songs already done. Now we getting everything mixed down, and the next is coming up, like the pre-release and then the actual release.
What's your biggest influence to keep you still going? Like, what's making you keep going with music, keep rapping?
I got this little piece of paper, man, and it was in some book talking about God and stuff. Every page was about God, and then I found one page randomly. I ended up on this one page that didn't say nothing about God. It just said, whenever you get down, just remember you've come too far to turn back. Feel me? And when I thought about it, I'm like, damn, that's real as fuck. Whenever you get down, just remember you've come too far to turn back. So I look at that piece of paper all the time, and I think to myself, like, that's the goddamn truth. You feel me? Like, there's no plan B. I don't have a plan B, really. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I could do anything in the world, but I feel like I won't do anything. I'm meant to do something specific. You know what I'm saying? So that's what really keep me going. And the fact that I just want to be the best, man. Like, I want to create worlds for people, man. I want to create sounds that make niggas lose their minds. I want to, you know what I'm saying? There's certain songs, like, for example, Cartoon and Cereal, right? Like Kendrick Lamar. That's a song that makes me lose my fucking mind when I hear it. I'm like, dawg, how did they capture these sounds and put these shits together and make this shit real? You feel me? So I want to create those moments for people, man, and just pull and manipulate and bend sound that you ain't never heard of in your life and give you a feeling that you ain't never felt before. You feel me? So that's what I'm after, man.
That's what we expecting on Kid Unfinished.
Yeah, hell yeah, sure.
Okay.
Absolutely, man.
Any features?
I got a couple features, man. I got my homegirl Rocky on there. I got a nigga Kingpin on there. I got Zorenzo on there. I got a Nikio on there. Yeah, man, it's good, man. It's real decent. And I got a couple other songs with a couple other people, but I don't know if those are gonna make the project. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But no matter what, all the songs are gonna come out regardless. You know what I mean? But for this particular project, I definitely got a Nikio on there, Kingpin, Rocky. You know? And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then me, a whole bunch of me. Oh, and my homegirl Naja Monet is on there. Sega Jeepo playing guitar. Like a lot of people that I actually fuck with in real life. You know, extremely talented musicians. I wanted to get them on the project, man, so that they could, you know, get their shine on to the best of the, like, play my part. You know what I'm saying? And helping you get your shine. If the world don't know you're incredible, come and fuck with me, man, and we gonna push this shit. We gonna let them know you're incredible without pulling nothing and taking nothing from me and without taking nothing from you. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm excited about that, man. This new project is gonna be everything that you can imagine it's gonna be. It's gonna be fire. Sure.
Already know.
Mm-hmm.
The guy Hoodie, man. Hoodie. The industry's tuned in. You know Vibe, Komplex. I know they tuned in to you. Yeah. So tune in to Hoodie. Kid Unfinished is coming soon, man. Young old head, Sir DQ, man. Hoodie signing out. Gang, gang.